You wake up before the city fully opens its eyes, not because you want to, because your phone is already buzzing on the nightstand. One notification, then another, then another. The app is alive before you are. Outside, morning light touches the windows across the street. Somewhere below, a garbage truck groans. A bus sighs at the corner. Somebody is already honking, already late, already angry at the world. You sit up on the edge of the bed and stare at your phone. Low battery, low balance, high rent. Same life. The delivery app says it is busy near downtown. Breakfast rush, coffee orders, office workers, parents who forgot lunchboxes, people who want everything fast, hot, cheap, and delivered with a smile. You rub your face, stand up, and stretch your back. Your body is not old, but it already knows the job. Your knees remember every stairwell. Your shoulders remember every heavy bag. Your hands remember rain, cold handlebars, cheap gloves, paper receipts, elevator buttons, and apartment buzzers that never work the first time. This is how your workday begins. Not with freedom, not with adventure. It begins with checking the weather, checking your phone battery, checking your account balance, and wondering if today will be enough. Enough for rent, enough for gas, enough for food, enough to keep going. You wash your face, pull on a hoodie, grab your thermal delivery bag, check your charger, check your power bank, check your keys, then check everything again, because forgetting one small thing can ruin the whole day. At 7:38 a.m., you step outside. The city smells like wet concrete, exhaust, bakery air, and yesterday's trash. Your scooter waits by the curb. It is not new, it is not pretty. The mirror shakes at idle. The seat has a crack patched with black tape, but it starts. And in this job, it starts is sometimes all you need. You open the app, go online. For a few seconds, nothing happens. Then the first order appears. 2 coffees, 1 croissant.
Pickup, 6 minutes away. Delivery, office tower downtown. Estimated pay, not enough. You accept it anyway, because the first order of the day is not about money. It is about movement. You zip your jacket, put on your helmet, and merge into morning traffic. The city does not care that you are fragile. Cars cut close, buses breathe heat into your face. Cyclists appear out of nowhere. Drivers look through you, not at you. To them, you are just another scooter, another backpack, another guy carrying somebody else's breakfast. But inside the helmet is a person counting every dollar, every minute, every risk. The cafe is already crowded. Office workers stand in line with dead eyes and expensive shoes. The barista sees you and points at the counter without asking your name. Delivery drivers do not need names. They need order numbers. You scan the bag. 2 coffees, 1 croissant. The app says, handle with care. You almost laugh. Everything in this job says handle with care. The coffee, the food, the customer rating, the scooter, your phone, your body, your patience. You put the drinks into the thermal bag, tighten the strap, and head back outside. The office tower is only 12 blocks away. 12 blocks in a city is not distance. It is combat. A taxi stops without warning. A cyclist swerves around a pothole. A man crosses against the light while staring at his phone. A delivery van blocks the bike lane. You brake. You curse. You go around. The coffee survives. Barely. At the office tower, the security guard looks at you like you are both necessary and unwelcome. Delivery's over there, he says, pointing without looking up. You place the order on the shelf. Take a photo, swipe, delivered. The app rewards you with a tiny sound, a digital pat on the head. You earned a few dollars. Nobody saw the 12 small ways that order almost died. 826 A.M. The breakfast rush grows. Bagels, smoothies, breakfast burritos.
4 coffees in a cardboard tray that feels designed by someone who has never ridden a scooter over broken pavement. You learn the city by danger. Which intersections have blind corners? Which apartment buildings have broken elevators? Which restaurants lie when they say 2 minutes? Which customers tip? Which customers never tip? Which dogs bark behind doors? Which lobbies smell like money? Which stairwells smell like smoke, bleach, and old carpet? By 10:15, you have already done 7 deliveries. Your coffee is cold. Your stomach is empty. Your phone is at 62%. The app says you are doing great. The app always says that. It does not know your wrist hurts. It does not know a bus almost clipped your mirror. It does not know the last customer opened the door and said nothing, not even thank you. But then there are other people. An old woman who smiles and says, "Be safe out there." A kid who runs to the door yelling, "Pizza!" A doorman who lets you warm up in the lobby for 30 seconds when it is raining. Small kindnesses. Not enough to fix the job, enough to keep you human. 11:42 a.m. Lunch rush begins. This is where the real money is, or at least where the app tells you the real money is. Orders stack fast, restaurants fall behind, customers get impatient, drivers crowd near counters, all holding phones, all waiting for names to be called. You arrive at a pizza place on a sunny corner, red awnings, outdoor tables, the smell of hot dough drifting into the street. Inside, the oven glows like a furnace. The owner knows you by face now, not by name. 5 minutes, he says. It is never 5 minutes. Stand near the wall with 3 other couriers. Nobody talks. Everyone watches the counter like it owes them money. One driver's phone is cracked so badly, the screen looks like a spider web. Another has a second phone taped to a power bank. A third is eating fries from somebody's canceled order. This is the hidden waiting room of the modern city. A corner near the soda fridge. Cheese, stress, hot oil. Your order finally comes out. Large pepperoni, garlic knots, 2 sodas. You pack it into the thermal bag and step back outside. For a few minutes, the job almost feels fair. The street is bright, the sun is warm. Then your phone buzzes. Weather alert. Storm soon. You look up. Dark clouds are already gathering. The house is only a few minutes away, so you keep going. You stop in the driveway, grab the pizza, walk to the porch, ring the bell. Inside, you hear footsteps. Then, silence. You ring again. Nothing. Then you hear it. A dull thud. Soft, but wrong. You lean closer. Delivery, you call. A weak voice answers. Help. Everything changes. The timer does not matter. The tip does not matter. The rating does not matter. You set the pizza on the porch table and call emergency services. Then the rain starts, hard and sudden. You kneel near the door and speak through the mail slot. Help is coming. Stay with me. The man inside says his name is Robert. His daughter ordered the pizza because she was worried he had not been eating. You look at the box beside you. A minute ago, it was just lunch. Now it feels like the reason someone checked on him. A neighbor runs over with an umbrella. She has a spare key. The door opens. You step back. You are not family. You are not a medic. You are just the courier who rang the bell at the right time. Robert is on the hallway floor, scared, embarrassed, but breathing. The ambulance arrives. Red lights flash across the wet street. Paramedics move inside. Robert looks at you as they help him. His voice is weak, but he says, "Thank you." You nod. You do not know what to say. Later that night, one final order appears. A small pizza. Same name, Robert. Different address. Hospital. You understand. His daughter changed the address. You ride across town. The hospital entrance glows white in the night. At reception, a tired woman waves at you. "You're the driver?" she asks. You nod. She says, "You found my dad." You look down at the pizza box. "I just rang the bell." She shakes her head. "No, you stayed." That is the part that gets you. For once, the job was not just speed, it was presence. Outside, the rain has stopped. The app asks if you want to keep delivering. For a second, you consider it. There is always one more order. But tonight, something inside you says, enough. You go offline. No pings, no timers, no map voice. You ride home slowly. You park outside your building, cut the engine. Inside, your apartment is quiet. You plug in your phone, hang the wet jacket over a chair, set the delivery bag by the door. Your earnings are not amazing. Your body hurts. Your shoes are still wet. But today, you were there when someone needed more than pizza. People think delivery is easy. Pick up, drop off, swipe complete. But that is only the part they can see. Delivery is traffic, weather, locked doors, pressure, ratings, loneliness, and the strange responsibility of being the last link between somebody's need and somebody's door. Tonight, the scooter is parked. The bag is empty. The phone is charging. The city is still hungry, but your workday is finally over. Because you are a courier, and this was one day of your life.